What's up, guys? Guess what I came across? So this was the first video I took when I first boarded an aircraft, and I came across this video and I was like, what? I still had this stored somewhere. So check this out. This was me. I was using a Chinese, an imitation of a GoPro. It was a little bit shaky, but this is what I took really some decent videos. So this is what I came, this is what I chanced upon. So check this out.
As it contains important information relating to emergency exits, oxygen systems and life jackets. Please now check that your table is folded away.
So this is just as we were taxiing out. I was so excited, and as you can see, look at me there, man. As if you pause, you can see the catalogs behind the seats. As I'm pointing my mouse here, you can see this was a Boeing 737-300, I think so. Yeah, that there shows Boeing 737-300 version. Basically an old plane. Man, this was so exciting.
Non-smoking flight, and smoking is strictly prohibited. This includes the toilets, which are fitted with smoke detectors.
The camera was so shaky.
If you have any queries or have not fully understood the content of
Usually when you see this white stuff, this is the plastic bag. There are people who get motion sickness. So when the plane is taking off and you kind of get a kind of really light feeling, so that kind of makes you want to throw up. So they usually put these white bags behind every seat. So anyone who has that motion sickness, take out that bag, and that is what you use. Now you can, throw up.
safety briefing video, please contact a cabin.
Man, I was so excited. Yeah, this was me
Crew will now make a final inspection
and my brother-in-law.
in preparation for departure. Thank you.
Yeah, so here we were just taxiing out of the runway.
Enjoyable flight.
What you'll notice is the wing of the plane has a winglet. So with a branded, that was Kenya, that is Rwanda Air, not Kenya Airways. I'm so used to Kenya. That was Rwanda Air. So usually the winglet kind of sticks out of the wing. Actually, there's the entire wing, and then see, as you can see, the wing is, and the wing houses. It's only that this time they're not deployed, but on the wing we have the spoiler, we have the ailerons, and we have the slats, and of course the flaps. So that's a topic for another day. Boarding this plane kind of just opened a passion for aviation, and I think I was so excited. It was a first time boarding an airplane, and I was taking a flight to Nigeria, and we had to pass through Rwanda. So we boarded a Rwanda airplane, a Boeing 737-300, of course. This is it's quite an old plane. Yeah, and I think after these incidents, I really got excited. I really got to want to know more about aircraft. So as we continue the video, let me see. Yeah. Oh, that's the engine. As you can see, that's now the engine cowling beneath the wing. The aircraft has engines mounted just below the wing. So if you've been wondering what this big thing under the wing is, that's basically the aeroplane's engine. Yeah, here we are. Slowly we are lining up to the runway. One moment, you can see. Let me just take that back. You can see this. This is the threshold. This is where now the plane lines up and gets ready for takeoff. You can see that there are markings on the runway, something like a zebra crossing. That's basically the threshold where the plane takes off from. And then just ahead of that, there is 06 on the highway, on the runway rather. That's probably the plane was taking off from a heading of 60 degrees. Yeah, I'll explain this more in my, if you're interested, want to know more about planes and aviation, I'll explain that. So I was just, I didn't know anything about this. I was just recording videos. I was just recording the video of us taking off. And man, the boy was excited getting on a plane for the first time. And little did I know that these things had meanings. So we are lining up, ready for takeoff. You can hear the engines pulling. At this point, I literally sank into my seat, and it was so exciting. Don't worry about the video; it's a little bit shaky, but man, this was awesome. At this point where the plane goes and attains, there are certain speeds that the plane needs to attain before it kind of just lifts off the ground. Yeah, there's, I think here is V1 speed, and then rotate. Yeah, the plane now lifts off. And now, earlier as I mentioned, the bags that were behind the seat, that's now, at this point, you start feeling kind of that motion sickness when the plane takes off. Yeah, most people would now want to start having that feeling of throwing up. So that's the reason why we have the bags on the behind the seats. And man, I still remember this feeling, like it was wow. I did not come across this video. Now, as you can see, the wing of the plane, just hold on. There's a purpose for this area when you see now the wings of the plane, and then at the edge, at the end of the wings, there's this protruding, it's called the winglet. So there's a purpose for that, which of course I'll share in my upcoming videos. Yeah, over the years I've learned a lot about aircraft, types of aircraft, and just general knowledge about aviation. Wow, check that out. Wow, this was amazing. Oh dear. Yeah, so I just wanted to share my knowledge about aviation, and I think there's so much. I've really learned a lot about aviation, and I just thought it's good if I share this with you. You probably may be going somewhere, traveling somewhere, and you know what a plane is. All you know is just getting into a plane and having your seat and taking out cameras, whipping your cameras around and taking pictures. I didn't know that I'd come across this video. I didn't know that everything that I was recording actually meant something. So if you're really interested in aviation and want to know more about aviation, just general knowledge about aviation, then I think I'll be posting more videos about aviation besides my traveling videos. So I just wanted to share this video. I didn't know I had it stored somewhere. I was just going through my hard drive and I came across the video I took this was like 8 years ago when I took this video. I did not be interested in things to do with the aviation. I even managed to get a model plane, which I think I'll share with you in my next video, showing you how a plane flies, the procedures that a plane goes through before it takes off, and definitely the parts of a plane. I know this kind of information will interest someone, so yeah, I'm willing to share it because I don't want to keep this knowledge to myself. So next time you board a plane, you'll know what's happening, what's taking place. And one of the scariest moments I had when I was taking off taking off this plane, and one thing I noticed that as we were, as the plane rotated and was climbing, the engine just went silent. And I didn't know. I kind of freaked out. I got scared. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't want to ask my brother-in-law, hey, what's that? I wanted to, make him know that I'm used to these things, but really. it was really scary. Yeah, so later on down the road, I learned why when you're taking off and just as the plane is climbing and then suddenly you hear the hum of the engines going down. Yeah, there's a reason why that happens. Yeah, so in my coming videos, I'll share with you basically about an aircraft, how it flies, the parts of an aircraft, and just things to do with aviation. I'm not into aviation engineering as such, but I took a keen interest in learning more about aircraft and types of aircraft. And yeah, I hope you'll want to also learn more about these videos and just basically just have a general knowledge about aviation. Yeah. So we'll talk more and get to know more about aviation in my next YouTube post. Bye bye.